All right, so in this video, if you have WorksManager and you went through that workflow and that process and that all worked for you, you're good to go. You don't really need this video, but this is the case of if you don't have WorksManager. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Siteworks and we're going to create a project. So I'm going to come up to the hamburger button in the upper left. We're going to go to Project Setup and we're going to click on Change Project. And up here you can see this is what I was using in the previous video. So if your project is already created, you can just select it here. But I'm going to create a completely new one. So I'm going to click on the plus button here. And I'm going to call this Keras As-Built Demo Manual. Right? So it's just separated from the other one. Here's my units, my distance, my angles, my coordinates. All this is good. I don't have to change anything here. I'm going to click Next. Now it's going to ask me to select my project map. So I can click on this and tap that. And then in that same set of data we gave you earlier, that we talked about, and you can download, I'd put it here as well so you can download it here under this video. I'm going to go into that folder. I'm going to click on this DXF map. The calibration file, theoretically for this demo we really won't need it, but we're going to go ahead and select it anyway, so I'm going to pick the calibration file as well. So in that same folder I provided the calibration, so we'll accept that. And then our control points, you can see that it's found that file, all right? So we can either create, edit, or we're going to use the one that's there. So it's found the control point file as well, which is actually comes from that DC file. Now the FXL, we want to select that. So I want to click on that button there, and we will go out to that folder, and we're going to pick that as-built FXL that we have. You could assign a coordinate system if you wanted to. I could come in here. It's Virginia State Plane. That's fine, but we already have the calibration. So I'm going to use the calibration versus select the coordinate system. So again, we're going to keep the calibration file that we used, and we'll be good to go. So again, you can see it's just a few more steps if you do it this way, a little bit more manual setup versus just synchronizing the project published from Business Center through WorksManager into Siteworks. So I'm going to click Finish here, and now it's going to come in and same thing, it's going to ask us to do the work order. So this is a similar process. So we're going to say As-Built Demo Manual, just because I'm making a separate one here, and I'm going to say Measure as well. Oops, spell it right. Site improvements. Tough time typing this morning. I'm going to click Finish. And now for the design, same thing. You can see there's no design because we didn't synchronize the design. I'm going to click on the plus button here. I'm going to call it As-Built Background. Pick our design file, tap on here. Again, it's holding that folder that we had. So I'm going to click on the TTM, the line work. I'm going to go ahead and click on the DXF. And I don't have any stakeout points, don't need those. I'm going to click Finish. And I'm going to click Accept. And there's my data, just like I had synchronizing it through WorksManager, but just taking me a few extra steps. The FXL file is here. I'm going to go into the settings, go to the map display settings. I'm going to go to images, background. I'm going to click on the plus, grab that background image, click accept. And now we're set up to start measuring and collecting data. So there's one other thing that we probably want to do, which is under settings. we will come in and on map display settings, I'm going to turn off this coverage grid. I don't need that when I'm measuring, so I'm just going to turn that off. Click accept. And now I'm ready to start measuring my site improvements out on the site using these feature codes, and I'm going to cover that next.